Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live here in Memphis, Tennessee, in Shelby County. I want to first say thank you to all my fans and supporters. Uh, Here it is the year 2014, and as I said, I don't want any of my fans or my supporters to have any doubts about my entertainment music intentions. This is the month of March 2014, and not gonna be sitting around this time for the month of June 2014. And like I said, I want to thank all my fan supporters. On my last video, made mention of a very repugnant and very hideous terrorist organization that existed here in the United States of America, still exists here in America today in 2014. And that terrorist organization is the Ku Klux Klan. And I want to continue. I'm not gonna be long. Right now it's today is March the 9th, 2014, early Sunday morning, 1:14 a.m. and I'm gonna put Saturday date, which is the 13th of 2014, March 13th, 2014. Excuse me. I'm looking at the time. I meant March the 8th of 2014. That'll be Saturday's date. Matter of fact, on Saturday, I had to work in Ameripride on Vance Avenue. I got off at around 10:30 this morning. Like always, had things to do. Like I had to do one of my exams. I'm a student, freshman student at Monroe College, online. And so, like I said, got the other computer ready. And like I said, this organization, this terrorist organization, one of the most despicable and repugnant organization that's ever existed and still exists today. Now, this organization was started by 6 white men, and as they said, of Scottish, Irish descent. That's what those 6 men claim, that they were of Scottish, Irish descent. And the names of those 6 men, white men, and that's what they said. Captain John C. Lester, Captain John B. Kennedy, Major James R. Crow, Calvin E. Jones, Frank O. McCord, Richard R. Reed. And those were the 6 men that originally started this terrorist organization referred to as the Ku Klux Klan. And based on the history of the Ku Klux Klan, let's go into the computer. Now it says, now information that I'm referring to, some of the, when I try to do research online, a lot of the research information had to go to these different websites that the Ku Klux Klan have, because you can even go to Wikipedia and get information, about these 6 men. So you had to refer to these Ku Klux Klan websites and things of that nature. But I mean, information is available. So let me read it. This is from one of the websites, Imperial Clans of America. And it says the Ku Klux Klan history. The original Ku Klux Klan was founded on December the 24th, 1865, at the law office of Judge Thomas M. Jones in Pulaski, Tennessee. It said the Jolly Six, as they referred to themselves, were former Confederate Army veterans. Like I said, it's Captain John C. Lester, he was the Nighthawk. Captain John B. Kennedy, he was the Grand Magi. Frank O. McCord, the Grand Cyclops. Calvin E. Jones, son of Thomas M. Jones. You see, that was his name, the judge. Thomas M. Jones and Calvin E. Jones, they father and son. Then you had Richard R. Reed, he's the lictor, and James R. Crow, the Grand Turk. Says the Grand Cyclops, Grand Magi, Grand Turk, Grand Scribe, lictors, and Nighthawks were officers. Titles of the den members were called ghouls. 2 lictors were outer guards, and Nighthawks were courage. Ku Klux Klan derived from the Greek word Ku Klux. Ku Klux, meaning a circle with no beginning or end. Clan came from the Scottish word clan, referring to a family or a liking group of believers. They added Ku to make the name flow on the tongue when pronounced. And okay, that's on it. It says that the Ku Klux Klan started as a social and fraternal group. Members dressed up in hoods and robes made of bed sheets, riding at night on horseback to scare local folks, especially free slaves. Slaves thought of them as ghosts of Confederate war dead. Said by 1866, former Confederate leaders thought of the Ku Klux Klan as a useful political tool to help the white South regain political power. In a short amount of time, the KKK spread throughout the 11 former Confederate states. Membership was kept secret as Union Army would hang without a fair trial anyone suspected of being a Klansman. Said the first convention of the Ku Klux Klan was held in Nashville, Tennessee in May of 1867. Said the Klan was so successful that re-established white rule to the South that several federal laws were passed against it. Says General Robert E. Lee was originally asked to head the Ku Klux Klan but declined due to health reasons. And General Nathan Bedford Forrest was then asked to and became the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan in 1866. It was he who formally abolished it about the year 1874. Now, Nathan Bedford Forrest, born July 13, 1821 in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, died October 29, 1877 near Memphis, Tennessee. Nicknamed the Wizard of the South, Confederate general in charge of Forrest Cavalry. Now, I'm gonna come back, get back to Nathan Bedford. Okay, I'm gonna have to refer to another wish. Something else I wanna okay. Okay. This is said Captain Lester suggested forming the club. He said Captain Kennedy mentioned Ku Klux as part of the new club's name. And Major Crow suggested changing it to Ku Klux. Then Lester then suggested adding Klan to the name. John Kennedy repeated it and became the first man to speak the words Ku Klux Klan. Crow suggested using costumes to make the club more mysterious. Okay, now, Captain John C. Lester was born in 1834 in Giles County, Tennessee, and he died December 4th, 1901 in Hartsville, Tennessee, buried in Maple Cemetery, Pulaski, Tennessee, served in the 3rd Tennessee Infantry. He practiced law for a while, never married, and was a Christian. And the denomination of fairly known, Major James R. Crow, born January 29, 1838, Pulaski, Tennessee, died July 14, 1911. Buried in Maplewood Cemetery, served in the Marion Rifles Company, G. 4th Alabama Infantry. Later served with the 35th Tennessee Infantry, attended Marion Military Institute, and was a prominent factor in business and political life in Tennessee. A Freemason. He was a Freemason. He attained the rank of Most Illustrious Grand Master of the Grand Council of Tennessee in 1866. He was a Cumberland Presbyterian. Adjutant Calvin E. Jones, son of Judge Thomas M. Jones. He was born in 1839 and died in 1872 in Pulaski, Tennessee. Served as adjutant of the 32nd Tennessee Infantry. He was a lawyer and a member of the Episcopal Church. Captain John B. Kennedy, born November 6, 1841, Wells, Giles County, Tennessee, died February 13, 1913 in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Buried in Monroe Cemetery, Lawrenceburg. Served in the 3rd Infantry, Tennessee Infantry. His widow was present in Pulaski, Tennessee on May 21, 1917, when, amid much fanfare, the plaque commemorating the law office where the KKK was founded was placed on the outside wall of the building. Officiating at the ceremony was Miss Grace Newfield, former Tennessee State Historian of the United Daughters of the Confederacy. Kennedy attended Center College in Danville, Kentucky. Frank O. McCool, born January 14, 1839, Giles County, Tennessee, and died August 19, 1895 in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Buried Rose Hill Cemetery in Fayetteville. Served as a private in the Confederate Army. Later became editor of the Pulaski Citizen. He was a member of the Methodist Church. Richard Reed was a lawyer in Pulaski, Tennessee, and served in the 3rd Infantry, Tennessee, and he was a Presbyterian. Now, them the 6 men that started. Okay, I went to go to the website. Going to the website. It was a book they wrote that one of the 6, the original 6 members of the Ku Klux Klan, Captain John C. Lester. He wrote a book, and he wrote a book with D.L. Wilson. And the title of that book, The Ku Klux Klan, Its Origin, Growth, and Disbandment. And it was by J.C. John C. Lester and D.L. Wilson. also say this about John C. Lester that he was a lawyer and he was in the Methodist Church. He was a member of the Tennessee legislature. Now it says that Reverend D.L. Wilson was born in 1849 in Augusta County, Virginia. He went to school in Jed Hotchkiss and was graduated as valedictorian of a class from Washington and Lee University in 1873. And a year later from the Union Theological Seminary near Hampton, Sydney, Virginia. From 1874 to 1880, he was a pastor of the Presbyterian Church in Broadway, Virginia. From 1880 to 1902. He served the church everlasting till he died in 1902 after a 6-month residence in Bristol, Tennessee, as pastor of the First Presbyterian Church. He was not a member of the Ku Klux Klan, but was acquainted with the founders and many other former members and had access to all the records of the order that had not been destroyed. In addition to the information received from other members, Wilson was assisted by Captain Lester, who furnished most of the facts used, revised the manuscript, and the book was printed with both names on the title page. Like I said, there was a book written by these two men, by John C. Lester, who was one of the original founders of the Ku Klux Klan, and by Reverend D.L. Wilson. He was not a member of the Ku Klux Klan. And the title of that book again is Ku Klux Klan: Its Origin, Growth, and Disbandment. Now, you see it here. With the other, with another, trying to find, I thought I had, no, that website. No, there's this other website I'm trying to, and, okay, okay. Yeah. It says that, no, there's, right, see, see the origin of the order had no political significance. It was at first purely social and for our amusement. That's in the book. It proved a great blessing to the entire South and did what the state and federal officials could not do. It brought order out of chaos and peace and happiness to our beloved South. Now it says here in the book, the order was careful in the admission of members and have never known of a betrayal of the secrets of the order. Now it also said that Major Crow and other members repeatedly mentioned the fact that the membership of the clan was largely of Scottish, Irish descent. It says here, this is bound to be the case in the territory covered by the clan property. The great majority of the Scottish, Irish of the South was settled. And also another similar is mentioned, similar order that's mentioned in the book. The Knights of the White Camellia. The Knights of the White Camellia is a similar order to the Ku Klux Klan. It said in the people before the spread of the Klan, there were numerous secret protective societies among the whites, and these were later absorbed into the Klan. Says, going through the book, like I said, I'm not gonna try to be long. It's just certain points that I want to bring, because the viewer themselves can do this on their own. But like I said, the history of the Ku Klux Klan is very important. You know, it says 2 elaborate prescripts or constitutions were adopted by the Ku Klux Klan. The original prescript and the revised and amended prescript, the ritual and initiatory ceremonies and obligations were never printed. The bylaws and the rituals of the Pulaski Circle or Den were elaborate but were in manuscript only. They were quite absorbed and were intended only to furnish amusement to the members at the expense of the candidates for initiation. See, no oaths were prescribed, only a pledge of secrecy. As the Klan spread among neighboring towns, the Pulaski bylaws and rituals were modified for the use of new Den. After the Klan had changed character and become a body of regulators, and it was decided that the administration should be centralized. A convention of delegates from the Den met in Nashville in April 1867 and adopted the original prescript already referred to. It said, wherein how this prescript was printed, no one now knows that copy was sent without notice or explanation from members to the Grand Cyclops of each Den. It must have been printed in a small printing office, since in the last page of the supply, the SS ran out and other capitals were substituted. says, in some respects, this first constitution was found defective, and in 1868, the revised and amended prescript was adopted. Who framed it, we do not know, but it is known it was printed. Frank O. McCord, one of the founders of the Pulaski Circle, was editor of the Pulaski Citizen. A relative of his who worked in the printing office of the Citizen made the following statement some years ago in reference to a copy of the revised and amended prescript. It said this is an exact copy of the original prescript printed in the office of the Pulaski, Tennessee Citizen. And the McCord prepared in 1868. You scroll down some, it says, okay, 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 this the history, yeah, for the point out some points, I'm trying to scroll down, that's the reason why I don't have okay, says that, 1867. That was a convention held in Nashville, Tennessee. And all the delegates, along that were asked to come to Nashville, Tennessee. Said this confederate territory acquired by the Klan was designated as the Invisible Empire. This was subdivided into realms, codominous within the boundaries of the states. The realms were divided into dominions corresponding to congressional districts, the dominions into provinces, the counties and the provinces into dens. To each of these departments, officers were assigned. It says, to each of these departments, officers were assigned, except in the case of the Supreme Officer. The duties of each were minutely specified. These officers were the Grand Wizard of the Invisible Empire and his 10 genii. The powers of this officer were almost autocratic. The Grand Dragon of the realm and his 8 hydras. The Grand Titan of the Dominion and his 6 furies. The Grand Cyclops of the Den and his 2 Nighthawks. And Grand Monk. And Grand Scribe. And Grand Exchequer. And Grand Turk. And Grand Sentinel. The genii, hydras, furies, goblins, and nighthawks were staff officers. The gradation and distribution of authority was perfect. But from one source of weakness, the Klan under this organization was one of the most perfectly organized orders that ever existed in the world. Okay, I'm in the book. I'm referring to this book that Captain J.C. Lester and Reverend D.L. Reverend D.L. Wilson wrote. There's a thing, a lot of in this book, it tells you a lot about the how this organization, this terrorist organization was set up. You know, okay, I'm gonna go back on it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over. Nathan Bedford Forrest. He was born July 13, 1821. October 29th. He died October 29th of 1877. He was a lieutenant general in the Confederate Army during the American Civil War. Now, he was the first Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, but later distanced himself from the organization. Now, he said that he was born in Bedford County, Tennessee. Said that his family had migrated to Tennessee from Virginia. And then said Forrest became a businessman and planter who served on several cotton plantations in the Delta region of West Tennessee. And he was a slave owner. He was a slave trader with a business based on Adams Street in Memphis. I know what Adams Street is. As a matter of fact, Adams Street is where the juvenile court building is at. And it said that in 1858, Forrest was elected as a Democrat was elected as a Memphis City Alderman in 1858. It said that by the time the American Civil War started in 1861, he was a millionaire and was one of the richest men in the South, having amassed a personal fortune that he claimed was worth $1.5 million. Now it says during the Civil War, that he had enlisted in the Confederate States Army, and he trained at Fort Wright in Randolph, Tennessee. And on July 14, 1861, he joined Captain Josiah White's company, East Tennessee Mounted Rifles, as a private along with his younger brother and 15-year-old son. He said, disappearing officer and the state governor, Isham G. Harris, was surprised that someone of Forrest's wealth and prominence had enlisted as a soldier, especially since major planners were exempted from service. They commissioned him as a lieutenant colonel and authorized him to recruit and train a battalion of Confederate mounted rangers. And in October 1861, he was given the command of a regiment. Forrest Cavalry Corps said though Forrest had no prior form military training or experience, he had exhibited leadership qualities and soon exhibited a gift for successful tactics. That okay. It says here, okay, that Forrest was an early member of the Ku Klux Klan. And then later on, that he had testified before the Congressional Investigation on Klan activities on June 27, 1871, and said that Forrest denied membership, but his individual role in the KKK was beyond the scope of the investigative committee, which he wrote. And later on, it said in 1875, Forrest demonstrated that his personal sentiments on the issue of race now differed from that of the Klan. When he was invited to give a speech before an organization of black Southerners advocating racial reconciliation called the Independent Order of Pole Bearers Association. At this, his last public appearance, he made what the New York Times described as a friendly speech, during which, when offered a bouquet of flowers by a black woman, he accepted them as a token of reconciliation between the races and espoused a radically progressive for the agenda of equality and harmony between black and white America. His speech was as follows: ladies and gentlemen, I accept the flowers as a memento of reconciliation between the white and colored races of the southern states. I accept it more particularly as it comes from a colored lady, for if there is anyone on God's earth who loves the ladies, I believe it is myself. Immense applause. He said, this day is a day that is proud to me, having occupied the position that I did for the past 12 years and being misunderstood by your race. This is the first opportunity I have had during that time to say that I am your friend. I am here a representative of the Southern people, one more slandered and maligned than any man in the nation. I will say to you and to the colored race that men who bore arms and followed the flag of the Confederacy are, with very few exceptions, your friends. I have an opportunity of saying what I have always felt, that I am your friend, for my interest are your interest, and your interests are my interests. We were born on the same soil, breathe the same earth, and live in the same land. Why then can we not live as brothers? I would say that when the war broke out, I felt it was my duty to stand by my people. When the time came, I did the best I could and don't believe I flickered. I came here with the jeers of some white people who think that I am doing wrong. I believe that I can exert some influence and do much to assist the people in strengthening fraternal relations and shall do in all my power to bring about peace. It has always been my motto to elevate every man to depress none. I want to elevate you to take position in law offices and stores, on farms, or wherever you are capable of going. I have not said anything about politics today. I don't propose to say anything about politics. You have a right to elect whom you please. Vote for the man you think best, and I think when that is done, then you and I are free men. Do as you consider right and honored and elected men for office. I did not come here to make you a long speech, although invited to do so by you. I am not much of a speaker, and my business prevented me from preparing myself. I came to meet you as friends and welcome you to the white people. I want you to come nearer to us. When I can serve you, I will do so. We have but one flag, one country. Let us stand together. We may differ in color, but not in sentiment. Use your best judgment and select the men for office and vote as you think right. Many things have been said about me which are wrong, and which white and black person here who stood by me through the war can contradict. I have been in the heat of battle when colored men asked me to protect them. I have placed myself between them and the bullets of my men, and told them they should be kept unharmed. Go to work, be industrious, live honestly, and act truly. And when you are oppressed, I come to your relief. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this opportunity you have afforded me to be with you and to assure you that I am with you in heart and in hand. It says, okay, it says here, that Forrest died in Memphis on October 1877. And his brother, one of his brothers home. And he was buried in Elmwood Cemetery in 1904. The man's father and his wife were disinterred from Elmwood and moved to a Memphis City Park, originally named Forest Park, in his honor. That had since been renamed Health Sciences Park. Okay, and then there was Nathan Bedford Forrest. Now, I'm going to go with Robert E. Lee, because there's something I want to point out. That said Robert E. Lee, he wanted to be what Nathan Bedford Forrest was, the first grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, but he declined because of health reasons. Now, Robert E. Lee, born January 19, 1807, then he died October 12, 1870, was an American career military officer who was best known for commanding the Confederate Army during the American Civil War. Now, Robert E. Lee was a graduate of the military academy. He served in the United States for 32 years. He served in different military battles and everything. He was the president of what is now Washington and Lee University. And he was born in Stratford Hall plantation in Westmoreland County in Virginia. Now his father was Major General Henry Lee III, the governor of Virginia, and his second wife, Anne Hill Carter. Birthday has traditionally been recorded in January 19, 1807, but according to the historian Elizabeth Brown Fry, Lee's writings indicate he may have been born the previous year. Now, okay. And, General Lee died on October 12, 1870 in Lexington, Virginia. Pneumonia had already suffered a stroke. Okay, let me don't spend too much time, but like I say, that's General Robert E. Lee. Now, there's one more thing I want to, when we talk about the Ku Klux Klan, there's something else I want to bring up, and then it's about the Jim Crow laws. And when you hear someone make reference to Jim Crow, what is the origin of Jim Crow? And the etymology of that is the phrase Jim Crow law first appeared in 1904 according to the Dictionary of American English. Although there is some evidence of earlier use, the origin of the phrase Jim Crow has often been attributed to Jim Crow, a song and dance character of blacks performed by white actor Thomas D. Rice in blackface, which first surfaced in 1832 and was used to satirize Andrew Jackson's populist policies. As a result of Rice's fame, Jim Crow had become a pejorative expression meaning Negro. By 1838, when Southern legislatures passed laws of racial segregation directed against blacks. At the end of the 19th century, these became known as Jim Crow laws. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna be long. It's already late, get ready to cut this video. But like I said, I just wanted to make a few points about the Ku Klux Klan And all those who are viewing, I recommend that you do the same, that you do your own independent research about this very despicable and disgusting, hideous, terrorist organization. And and let us not be uh, intimidated by this cowardly organization, and that we continue to stand against them and make sure that they never be able to achieve or succeed in anything that they set out to accomplish. And like I said, do your own independent research and not go around being ignorant of information that is available. And like I said, I'm not gonna be long. And again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live here in Memphis, Tennessee, and Shelby County. I want to thank all my fans and supporters, and for your encouragement. Like I said, before June 2014, I will be working on my entertainment and musical intentions. So I have no doubt about anything that pertains to my entertainment or musical intentions. And I wish you the best. Until my next video, you take care of yourself.